Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to the big breakfast here on this Thursday, the day before Friday, and today is Denim Day. Come on, each other denim people, because the whole crew's decked out in denim, because today is National Day of Denim. It's been organised by the British Diabetic Association to raise money for their children's fund, you see. And they're hoping that everyone, regardless of their job, even if you're on TV, will wear denim to work. Well, actually, we didn't wear denim to work. No. But we're wearing denim at work.
Wearing denim now.
So don't leave home without your jeans today. In fact, as always, I came in my lovely pink tutu, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Splendid,
so I always come to work in that, but now I'm wearing denim for National Denim Day.
And on this National Denim Day, we have exclusively a chat from Melanie Griffiths and Don Johnson here in the Big Breakfast. Exclusively, only to us. They will talk.
Wow.
Don and Mel and Baroness Barbara Castle will be talking to Paula. And Ben the Boffin. Got that one down there.
Ben the Boffin,
yes. Of course, from Master Blaster.
OK, is that with VAT? OK, and also the Big Breakfast Greyhound is going to be given away. It's a racing greyhound, and you get to keep all the prize money that it wins for the next 12 months. Now, how is Peter in denim?
I don't know.
He's not,
let's have a look.
Let's have a look, Peter. If you're in denim today, here's Peter Smith.
Good morning. These are the main stories on Thursday, June the 17th. Chilling phone call sparks more gay fears. UN storms into Mogadishu. And Gooch says he'll quit if things don't get better. Police have been told that one homosexual will be murdered every week by a man claiming to be London's gay killer. Warnings are being issued in the city's gay bars and clubs after the deaths of 5 men in 3 months. UN forces have sent the heavy armour into the Somalian capital after the heaviest airstrike yet. American gunships rained fire on the headquarters of Mogadishu warlord Mohammed Aidid, whose forces were blamed for killing 23 Pakistani peacekeepers. Later, armoured columns headed for his residence. The Tories have denied accepting donations to party funds in return for honours. Meanwhile, Tory chairman Sir Norman Fowler has promised to return bail jumper Azil Nadia's £440,000 gift if it turns out to have been stolen.
If it is proved, obviously, that that money was stolen, then clearly that money would be returned.
A new rail strike could be on the cards after the RMT union turned down a 1.5% pay increase. Strikes in April over job losses kept thousands away from work. Sacked workers at the doomed Timex factory in Dundee are planning action today in response to the company's closure announcement. It's been the most bitter dispute since the miners' strike in the 80s. There were tears and laughter as stars and fans paid tribute to Les Dawson. 350 mourners, including the comic showbiz colleagues, packed a church at Lytham St Anne's, while others, thousands, listened to the funeral service outside.
Oh, he was part of the community, really, you know. I mean, I've sat with him in the doctors. It's been like situation comedy.
One of the ordinary people.
A stowaway cat is in quarantine after crossing the Atlantic in a container full of bourbon. Workers at the Chivis whiskey plant in Grampian say he was absolutely plastered from alcoholic fumes. He'd apparently fallen asleep in a packing yard in Kentucky. Graham Gooch has told his England cricketers to improve their performance or he'll resign. He delivered the ultimatum as England go into the second Ashes test against the Aussies today with 6 straight test defeats behind them. The French flag was raised high over Royal Ascot. British hopes sank in the mud. In the big race, the Coronation Stakes, it was a French 1-2 with Gold Splash pipping Elizabeth Bay at the post. Nick Faldo has been confirmed as 7-1 favourite for the US Open, which starts today. But second favourite Bernhard Langer is at the centre of an injury scare. He's been seeing the physio with a sore neck, which stopped him practising yesterday. Now the weather, a dry start in the south, rain at times everywhere later on. Temperatures around 16 centigrade, 61 Fahrenheit. The north has the highest chance of rain. High pollen counts in the south, moderate elsewhere. Headlines at 7:20, it's 7:04. Here's Chris and Gabby.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Will you stand up?
Will I stand up?
Yes, go on. Denim Day.
What a guy! Peter Smith, already! It's 7:04. Today is National Denim Day. We've got a denim plant here, isn't that lovely? Do you like that? We've got a denim cup here, and we've got a denim pencil. What about that? Isn't that beautiful? A beautiful, beautiful thing here. We've got a gorgeous denim clock. Okay, that's quite attractive, isn't it? £60 that is, that design denim clock. Today's the day that the second test against Australia starts, as if it's worth it. It's at Lord's, and to celebrate the fact that it is starting today, we have a little baby wallaby here, because we're playing against Australia. Sheila. And there she is, and she's called Sheila. And isn't she beautiful? And if you just go like this, Sheila, she doesn't do anything. Oh, yes, she does. Hey! Hey! Isn't she great?
Look at the little
She's
soul.
6 months old and she's not scared because she's perfectly happy to be here, we promise. So Sheila will be with us all morning to make the viewing figures soar.
So sweet. Now on this National Denim Day and Wallaby Day here on The Big Breakfast, I want you to count the goodies that we're giving away on this Thursday. Are you ready to count? Okay. Ben the Boffin's giving away the ultimate cheap package for any system in Master Blaster later. 1. You could win £1,000 when we play Egg on Your Face. 2. A weekend for 2 in Paris when we play Whose Washing Line Is It Anyway? 3. And someone could win a big breakfast, a racing greyhound. 4. And the birthday
huge
dip.
giveaways. Yo, the birthday dip as well, yes. Oh, wait, 195 the 101. But of course now.
So 195 birthday.
We have some famous birthdays. We haven't got much time to do them, but I'll try. And happy birthday to Beryl Reid. There she is. Happy birthday, Beryl. It's her birthday today, but I don't know how old she is because it's not on the back. Happy birthday to Dee Martin, who's 76 today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Barry Manilow, who's 47 today. And happy birthday to Ken Livingston. And on the back there, I don't know if you can catch that, Alan, it says that he's 72. Don't think so. I've no idea how old he is either, but there you go. There they were for you.
Still to come this morning, Mel and Don talk exclusively to us here on The Big Breakfast, but it's now 6 minutes past 7. I know them personally, of course. And it's time to meet the family!
Good morning, we're the Pryor family from Winnersh. Hi, I'm Viv.
Hi, I'm David.
My name's James.
I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Taryn.
I'm Toby.
My name's Tracy. I'm Alex and I'm 3.
We're going to find out more about you because it's the family questionnaire time now. And what's this one?
That's the dolphin.
That's the dolphin. What's this one?
Terrell.
We're here with the family of the week. They're members of the Napoleonic Association. The last record you bought?
Starlight Express.
David, what rank are you?
I'm a sergeant.
He's a sergeant!
What's that one?
Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus.
So you're into science and things, aren't you?
Yep.
Especially insects.
We're here at our French base camp and we're going to talk about food. Who would you least like to be stuck in a lift with? Go and say it.
My teacher.
Why weightlifting, Toby?
I was just trying to build myself up, really.
And what weapons do you use as a sergeant?
We use a musket.
Is this a real musket?
This is a real musket.
Okay.
That's a Blackwell.
You know a lot for 3.
Okay, now he's going to suck one up. This works in a vacuum, and once when he was sucking one up, he actually got an ant in your mouth, didn't you?
And you're going to give us some hot tips on weightlifting.
I'll do my best, yeah.
Please do. This is really
Chickens.
what they ate.
Well, this sort of vegetable gunge is, yes. Broth, soup.
Soup broth.
Soup.
There you go! Tom, you did it. We should go down now.
That's what Kevin's doing.
Bend down like this.
Keep your back straight.
Stick your bum out.
That's it. I'm going to give it a try, haven't I?
Yes. Tara says it just tastes like wood.
Oh, that's lovely. There we go.
This is for you, the pre-teen Terminator. There you go. Check
Great,
that out.
thank you, Kevin, thank you. And Toby, lift those weights. Yes! What a muscle man he was yesterday. I'm very pleased to say also that we have Jim back with us today, fresh from his history exam yesterday.
Yes.
Good, bad, indifferent.
It was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right. Okay, good stuff. All right, now we're going to talk to you, Tara. On this National Denim Day, look at everybody in their denim. You look very nice. Now, what's this about dolphin and skates?
Well, we done a production of Ocean World.
Yeah.
It's all about sea creatures and everything.
Now, were you a dolphin? But why did the skates come into it?
Because dolphins are so fast, they, my dance teacher thought if we were on roller skates, then we would go fast enough.
Because I just said, you have to ask, they said to me, you have to ask about dolphins and skates, and I thought, skate fish, you say. Well, thank you for that. Okay, and with you, talking about dancing and music, you know that song, excuse us, just go away a second. You know yesterday when we were singing that song, shall we sing it today? But everybody else will sing as well. Yes? Okay. Just nobody else, just don't watch, please. Okay, are we ready with that music? Egg on your face, 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 egg on your face. Doing it, but you can't hear it. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Yes. Oh, now it's time for Monster Tales.
snow, sleet, ice, thunder, lightning, the perfect morning. So why do I feel so grumpy? Will you watch it? I am not sweeping all this dirt into the house just to have you track it out again. My, aren't we in a jolly mood? Oh, no!
A little mold on rye.
Will you stop that? It took me all week to grow the mold on those walls. Put it back.
Maybe a little eggy on rye.
Sheesh, thanks for waking me up, you big clodhopper.
Well, pardon me, your royal mumminess. Have a nice long nap. My kitchen. What have you done to my kitchen? My best broken bone china. You glued it back together. My sink. Where's all the sludge and muck? My stove.
Oh, I'm just trying to help.
Lend a hand. It took me years to get it just right, and you ruined it all. That does it. I have had my fill of freakos, weirdos, and bird brains. I quit. 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 Hey, what's going on?
Sheesh, what's all the racket?
Igor just quit. What I need is a vacation.
Who needs a little geek?
He is rather grumpy.
Real picky about his mildew.
Definitely too loud.
Not to mention rude.
Yeah, what's he do around here anyway that's such a big deal, huh?
Well, darlings, he sweeps, slimes the walls, mucks the sinks, messes up the beds, and cooks. Now, who do you think is gonna have to do it?
You idiot! It appears we have no choice. We must take over Igor's duties. Naturally. We want food! We want food! Well, it's about dinner time. I wonder who's cooking. You seem to have forgotten the eyeballs. Seems to be a little light on the fur balls.
And where are my French fried panna leaves?
So what else did you make?
Gooly gumbo.
Monster Mash! You gumbo fish, come back here. Elsa, I don't suppose you bothered to cook it first.
I forgot to do it. Slipped my mind.
If anybody remembered, this is the time of day I slime the walls. I don't know what the old ink face is whining about. Sliming the walls ain't no big deal here. Yo, Mutt, give it a whirl. Very well. The little geek must have broken a nozzle. Hey, you probably got enough slime on the walls anyway. I did my part, Mutt. How's about you take care of the excess? Well, that's enough vacation. I don't think I can survive anymore.
Let's face it, Igor Jr. may be a necessary evil around here.
So what are we gonna do?
So you don't need me. So why have you treat me like a lackey, or a buffoon, or a doormat? It's my job, like it or not. I rather like it.
We all like it.
You do? Oh.
Isn't that cute? It's that sort of sweet ending that makes me sick to my stomach! Oh, welcome back, Igor, darling.
Oh! 7:15. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people in here today, I can tell you that. And that was Monster Tales, and this is The Big Breakfast. Later today, we have an exclusive interview, as if we haven't mentioned it already, with Don Johnson and Melanie What's-Her-Name.
We haven't.
That's true. It's Snap, Cackle and Pop. And soon, Zig and Zag return with Cookery Corner, and today it's a Wimbledon special. But now, Pete, get your pointer out. It's a birthday dip time here.
Pete and his pointer.
Pete, we're running over. Come on, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Come on, another.
Peter, come on. Happy birthday to Jamie McDonald from Devon, who is 15 today from her mother.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Roy Newell from Sheffield, who's 36 today from Wendy and Richard. Happy birthday.
And the thing about living in Devon is that it's so far away, isn't it, from anywhere?
No, it's not.
It's just far away. It's 4 hours from here and 9 hours from Edinburgh. It's far away.
Will you please do your other birthday?
Probably never been out of Devon.
Do your
Happy birthday to Michael McNulty, who's 13 today from himself. In Sussex.
Happy birthday to Ashley Walsh, who is 13 today from herself. Woo! Ashley, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ashley. Now listen, today's National Denim Day.
Okay.
So we want to know on the phones today about anybody called Jean. If their name's Jean, we want to know about them. Give us a call.
Can I mention 2 Jeans?
What?
Can I mention 2 Jeans?
Oh, must you? We've
My
got no
Aunt
time.
Jean.
They're screaming
Jean
in our
Wilson.
ears.
There we are. 081 985 1111. Fax is 081 985 2222. Please, if you know anybody called Jean or any Jean people stories, right? Later today, stop it. I'll be talking to one of Bjorn Borg's closest friends, who has just spilled the beans about the elusive tennis star in a new book.
Okay.
That's
And
on
now
the show.
it's 9 o'clock and time for You Bet Your Life with Bill Cosby. The question about the clip is who's teaching soccer, but remember, don't vote, it's just for fun.
Come on, Paul. Good. Oh, sorry. Come on, Paul. Good straight. Oh, sorry. My fault, Paul. Come on, Paul. Good straight. Oh, sorry. My fault, Paul. Well done. Shout the names. That's a good save, keeper.
7:18. Welcome back to The Big Breakfast. Who was teaching soccer? Oh, I think it must have been Gazza, yes. From Gazza Soccer School, which is out of video next week for $5.99. I'm going to go out and buy that one.
It's Thursday, the 17th of June, 1993. Big Breakfast here, and today on Whose Washing Line Is It Anyway? If you can guess whose line it is and you get through, we've been giving away a weekend to London for the past 3 days to visit the Hard Rock Cafe. Today we give away a weekend to Paris to visit the Hard Rock Cafe in Paris. But before you can call the number, we've got to pass the phone card. 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 Pass the phone card now.
Oh, Pete, that's a
And whoever the phone
surprise.
card lands on, of course, has to read it out. It's Pete today. And,
Oh, that's a surprise.
Today,
Yeah.
Pete, you have to read it out in the style of a miserable git. Something you'll find quite difficult, I know.
That's easy.
Go on, then.
What's it for? What's the number for?
It's for Whose Washing Line Is It Anyway? For a trip to Paris.
For Who's Washing Line for a trip to Paris? For how many people? 4 people. Call 0891 3333 11.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the Pete that we all know and love so well. That is Pete.
He's such a good-looking boy. Oh, now it's time for the news headlines with Peter Smith.
The top stories this morning. Police are hoping Britain's most notorious serial killers can help them build a picture of London's gay killer. They want to talk to Dennis Nielsen, who killed 15 young men, and Michael Lupo, who's also serving a life sentence. Unions are calling for the Tories to declare political donations publicly. Norman Willis wants Tory funding to be as open as union funding of Labour. British Rail's admitted its train doors are faulty and plans new locks to stop passengers falling out of carriages. Guards will control door locks centrally on intercity expresses. Over 300 people have died falling from trains. British number 1 Jeremy Bates is through to the quarter-finals of Manchester's Direct Line Insurance Tournament. But while Bates defeated Frenchman Philippe Peche in straight sets, fellow Brits Chris Wilkinson, Matheson and Chris Bailey were knocked out. Now the weather, a dry start in the south, but wetter everywhere later. Temperatures around 16 centigrade, 61 Fahrenheit. The north has the highest chance of rain. It's 7:21, we're back at 7:40. Here's Gabby.
I thank you all, Peter Smith. Well, I'm back in the kitchen with a family of the week, and it's time for the family questionnaire. And today, Viv, Mum, age 40, exclamation mark. Most expensive thing you own, wedding ring. Least expensive, your checkbook. They're worthless. The last book you read?
It was a craft book. It was all about decoupage.
Decoupage?
Decoupage. It was a Victorian skill, and they cut out little tiny pictures, and you stick it on trays or boxes, pieces of furniture.
Do you do this now, yourself?
I've had a couple of goes, yes.
Good?
Well, quite impressive, yes.
Oh, brilliant. Right, last record you bought?
Lucy Lou Shout.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Wow. What political party do you support?
The Green Party.
I think that's pretty obvious, probably why. Who would you least like to be stuck in a lift with? David. That is your husband.
Yes.
Why?
Well, he likes to try and mend things, and although all the rescue services would be saying, don't do anything, just sit there and wait, he'd be there saying, no, it's all right, I'll just do this, and he takes things to pieces, and we all end up with bits left.
And you'd never get out.
We'd never get out. No,
who
it'd be a
would
nightmare.
you most like to be stuck in a lift with? Carrie.
Carrie. She's the regimental nutter.
Who's Carrie?
She's a girl in our regiment, and she's an absolute lunatic, and she'd just find it so funny that we were stuck in the lift. Yeah, good fun.
Yeah, you'd have a nice time there. What makes you go, yuck? Cold porridge. I don't blame you at all. Thank you very much. That was your questionnaire of today. Thank you very much. Now it's time to go upstairs for the crunch with Zig and Zag.
Not again! It's June the 17th, 1993. Nice denim, Zig.
Well, nice denims, Chrissy Wissy.
Thank you. Nice denim, Zach.
Chris, I'd like to compliment you on your wonderful denim.
Thank you very much indeed.
Because...
Nice denim, Sean.
Uh-oh. Trainer alert.
Oh,
Naff trainer alert.
Oh, Naff around.
Off with the trainers then.
Off with them.
And
You
the
should
other
be
one,
ashamed, Sean, the cameraman.
Chrissy,
What?
beige sock alert.
Oh, not the
socks.
Off with socks. Off with
socks.
What's on this green
bit?
bit?
Socks. Off with the socks. Off with the socks.
Sean, just leave it there a minute, because we've got another alert on our hands. It's hairy leg alert.
Oh!
Get him on!
Got rid of those too, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed,
now coming up on part 2 of
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
we're going to meet
your face!
Gary Herbert. Gary Herbert won a gold medal for sitting in a boat in the Olympics.
Are you serious?
I am. He was the cox in the Olympics last year for Britain, and he won. He won a gold medal, and we're going to tell you how you can become a cox, sort of, if we get it through it, with him in a moment. But now it's Thursday, and it's the last Thursday before Wimbledon, and I can feel a rather topical cookery corner coming up.
Christopher, indeed.
Would I be right?
Stand back, missus, there's a big one coming at you!
Here you have it. If you want to impress your friends, your Wimbledon-y friends,
yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served.
Oh, here it is.
Whoa.
Now, here is the ideal menu for a loved one. My Wimbledon recipe. Okay, hors d'oeuvres. A martini Navratilova.
Oh, love one.
Followed by Ivan lentil soup.
Love one.
Now, main course, a Stefan egg burger with racket potatoes or Agassi food salad. And for pudding, wait, you love this, for pudding, a Bjorn Battenborg cake. And afterwards, just to have with your lady's cup of coffee, some Chris Everton mince.
Now that's a funny old menu there.
It is indeed, Christopher.
That's
it took
brilliant.
a great deal of work to put
Well,
that
you've
one
whetted
together.
my appetite. So how do we make all these things?
Well,
what?
I didn't have time to actually make them.
Why?
Because it took me so long to come up with the names.
The joke.
Yeah. But they were good.
Yeah, they're very good. So.
Will we make an Italian secret?
I forgot to do the little bit at the end that I was saying.
What, the making of them?
No, it's called We Don't Accept Credit Cards. Pat cash only.
Okay. And because it took you so long to do all those jokes, we've got no idea how to make any of this stuff.
Yes.
Right. Okay, question about the clip.
But you can leave it up to yourself.
Okay, just anything. Sand, water, salt.
Anything you want.
Okay, question about the clip.
It's called, the question about the clip is, what happens next? And remember, please don't phone, because it's just for fun.
Emil!
Just keep your head, Jeannie. Don't be fooled by the mirrors. He's behind you now. He's behind you, Jeannie. I can do with a drinking glass. That's right, Genie, he's behind you. Run, Genie, run!
You can't kick people. Hello. Yes, anyway, me and Pete just getting on in the garden as usual. Big breakfast here. And the question about that clip was what happened next, and the answer was Hopkirk smashed the mirror. And that's from TV Heaven Volume 2, as on video very soon indeed, 10.99. Today's National Denim Day, so we're asking about your friends called Jean. If their name's Jean, we want to know about them. My friend Jean Sylvester from Erith talks to the newts in the back garden, says Martin. Sarah Hawkins from Bracknell. My nan's called Jean, and she's one of the Big B's biggest fans. And this is from Marion in North Woolwich. Please say hello to my friend Jean Lee. Hi, Jean. What?
My mum.
Pete's mum's called Jean as well. I can't believe it. Keep your Jean calls coming in. Now, we're trying to give away a weekend in Paris to the Hard Rock Cafe in Paris, and here's our Hard Rock once again. Hello, who's on line one?
Brian from Hastings.
All right, Brian.
All right.
How's it going, mate?
Not too bad, mate.
Lovely. Here's the washing line, but who does it belong to? Clue number one from Jim from the family. Prince Edward is the clue, so the answer is? Think about it.
Prince Edward is the clue.
That's right, yeah. I live in Hastings.
Oh,
my name's Brian. Therefore, the answer is?
No, sorry, no.
No idea?
No.
Oh, Brian. Bye, Brian. Hello, he's on line two.
Hello, it's Patricia Wilson.
Hello, Patricia, how are you?
Not bad.
Good, here's clue number two for you. Do you want to go to Paris?
Yeah,
well, let's get it right then. You got Prince Edward, now you got Prince Andrew.
It's Prince.
Pardon?
Prince.
Prince? Is that your answer?
Yeah.
That's correct. That's completely correct. You're going to Paris with three other people. Isn't that fantastic?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well done. Congratulations. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. The third clue was Prince Charles. The fourth clue was the red herring. And the fifth clue was Prince's real tambourine. This is the actual tambourine that he actually used. Now, stick around on the show today. Thank you very much indeed. Because Ben the Boffin is looking at cute computer games. But now back upstairs with Zig and Zag.
Zig, what are you saying?
Well, you never say... I mean, that's what it sounds like when you speak to these things. Like,
Excuse me, say hello to Gary, will you?
Gary Herbert! Olympic team!
No, he's the man who brought this in!
Yeah, I know, but say hello to him. Gary Herbert's here! Gold medal-winning cock.
Thanks for bringing this
in. 92 Olympics, that was it. Yeah. Goodness me, it's all the time ago already, I can't believe it. And today on Careers Crunch, we're going to teach you, well, Gary is anyway, how to become a cock. If you're very strong, you can be a row, but if you're small, but still very useful, you can be a cox, in fact. That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, how long have you been a cox for, Gary, please?
About 10 years now.
Did you really bring this in?
No.
OK, do you use these anymore?
We use something very similar to this. It's a lot smaller, and it's an onboard computer, so it's that kind of
thing.
Really?
Not
Yeah. Very sophisticated these days.
Guy, he sits at the end of the boat appearing to do nothing. But...
No, they do! They go like this!
No, that's the rowers that do that.
No, they do. He does that as well.
I can do that as well.
But there's no need for you to do that.
No, I get a bit bored, so I have to...
So they sweat. The other 8 members of the crew sweat, and you just say, come on, boys.
Give him a bit of a shout here and there.
Come on, the boys, come on.
If you were to use
What?
If you were to use this, right, what would you shout to? Can you just do something?
I would shout, come on, Zig and Zag!
Come on,
Row harder!
It's as simple as that.
Simple as that.
Now, what is your job as the cox, though? Come on.
Well, basically,
I haven't really got an oar. Well, it's only pretending.
It was an invisible
Listen to it.
Yep.
Right, that's better. He's looking very pretty this morning, isn't he? I'm basically the coach on board.
I'm not a girl.
Stop being so intimidating.
Zygmunt, will you please?
Gary, what'd you do?
Shut up!
Okay.
Go, Gary, go! Get on with it!
Right, I'm basically a coach on board the boat.
I got sick on a coach once. I did. It ran all the way from the back seat right down to the front.
If you want to be a cox, and he is causing you problems in trying to find out how to be a cox, we're sorry on his behalf, because he'll never be sorry. You've got to be a little more giving.
Can I just give him something just to keep him quiet? This is a tie from the Manchester Olympic bid. And I'd like to present you with this.
You see?
There you go. So wear that with pride.
Nice to you.
Can I have some money as well, please?
No.
There's no money, I'm
Zig.
sorry. No money, but look, a tie. It's a nice tie. You can sell that afterwards.
To know the boy.
There you go.
But we've got some questions for you.
All right.
We're going to try and get through these now. But I don't know whether we will or not.
Chrissy, I'm
But
going.
you don't really you just answer them, Zach.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Gary,
I'm here.
complete the well-known ditty. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Very good.
Oh,
Can I have a question, Chrissy?
You certainly can.
Thank you. Gary, are you always sticking your oar in?
Good question. Yes, I am all the time.
Now, who wrote
all
that
the time.
question?
That's a bit of a naughty question.
It was a
there,
very
actually.
naughty question.
That's a bit
actually.
clever.
It's a bit medical, if you think. Question number 3.
Thanks, miss. Gary, what's the fastest you've ever rowed?
What's the fastest I've ever rowed?
He doesn't row.
Or your
I don't
team?
row, I
Well,
cox.
your
I'm
team,
saying.
then, your team.
The team. Well, when I've been in an 8, which is 8 people in the boat,
Yeah.
very fast.
Very fast.
Very, very fast. Yeah.
Well, how much, like, miles an hour, like?
Oh, 50 miles an hour.
50?
50 miles an hour.
That's pretty fast
That's
on a
very
boat.
fast.
Huh?
Famous for
Do you want to see my medal?
Yeah!
All right.
Great!
Look, here it is. Oh, my tissue there. Put that away.
Olympic gold medal.
Look at that. Be very careful now.
Okay.
There it is.
Wow. Can I have it?
Can you try it on?
He
Could
can
I
try
have
it. Look.
Gary, you got that for sitting at the front of a boat.
It's a good life, isn't
It's
it?
not that simple,
It's
Zach.
a good life. No, sitting in the front of the boat, reading the paper, you know, just being out there, yeah, getting
You
a
happy
tan.
now?
Yeah!
You are, aren't you?
You're happy, Zig.
That's a nice present.
Who's
thanks,
that
Gary.
happy little
Question
Zig
number
there?
4.
Oh, sorry.
What does it do?
Have you ever been up the creek without a paddle?
I've been up the creek without a paddle most times.
What's
yes.
your worst experience in the boat then?
Basically saying things that don't really mean anything. I sort of get muddled with my words or crashing.
You haven't crashed?
Instead of row, you say
No, coxing. So,
show.
rowing.
Yeah.
Coxing, I bump into things, I crash into
Me
bridges.
in the
they
back.
crash, is it
Val,
your
look,
fault?
it's me in the back.
It's my fault, but I can usually sort of wangle my way out of it, really.
Gary, look.
Have you
It's a
got
picture
rudder?
of me on the back.
Yeah.
You do all the steering?
Yeah, all the steering, everything.
Oh, you do the steering as well.
It's a
Yeah.
picture of me on the back.
Question number 5.
Chrissy's a picture of me on the back.
That's why I gave it to you.
Number 5.
Ziggy, Ziggy, Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Oh, news.
Number 5. Gary's last famous for 5.
Oh, sorry. And what's the difference between a canoe and a banana longboat?
Huh?
And a banana longboat.
Yeah.
Well, a canoe you can sit in, and a banana longboat sounds like an ice cream that you can get down in the local ice cream shop.
You'd get a squishy bum if you sat with it on.
Zygmunt! Zygmunt, that certainly isn't part of the rowing game.
But he can say that because he's funny. Yeah. So listen, where did you go for? You can't be a professional coach. You can't earn money, actually, can you?
No, it's very amateur at the moment, so we just do it for sort of the love of the sport. There you go. Nice
And is
guys
it
that
true
you
that
are.
if your boat team wins, they always dip their cocks in the water?
I get thrown in, yeah. Most of the time I get thrown in. If it's raining or cold, I try to sort of make a run for it, but
Well,
yeah.
as you know, the big breakfast house is beside a nice little watery area.
I'm going to go now.
Come on, let's get it.
Come on!
Big breakfast, channel 4!
In the water!
Just have a small cup of coffee.
Figs.
Kippers!
Toast!
Bacon!
You're watching
The Big Breakfast.
7:36 here on The Big Breakfast. I'm joined by Ben the Boffin. He's going to help me to wish some people some good luck. Good luck to James Reed and the rest of the lower sixth at Birkenhead School Wirral, taking mock A-levels from Mum and Sister Tracy.
Good luck.
Thank you. Mr. Peters would like to wish good luck to his Year 11 maths group in their GCSEs today at Adolfield School in Hemel Hempstead.
Good luck.
There we are. It's going to bring you good luck if Ben says so. Still to come this morning, Don and Mel. That chat exclusively here on The Big Breakfast. Yes. Don Johnson and Melanie Griffiths. But now the question about the clip is, who's behind the blur? Thank you. But remember...
Well, I'm not licked. And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause. Even if this room gets filled with lies like these. Well, I'm not licked. And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause. Even if this room gets filled with lies like these. And the Taylors and all their armies come marching into this place. Somebody will listen to me.
It's the Big Breakfast, 7:39, and this is Sheila the Wallaby, because today it's the second test, England against Australia, so we thought we'd get a little kangaroo, and she's 6 months old, and you can see her at the Malvern Children's Zoo.
Aww. Right, now the question about the Clippers, who was behind the blur? And the answer, Jimmy Stewart, and that's from Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, starring Jimmy Stewart, for which he won a first Oscar, and it's out to buy right now. It's a wonderful film. Wonderful film. Oh, you just love it.
Today is the National Day of Iceland, and here to tell us about it is Ben. Ben, tell us about it, mate.
Iceland was given its name by Flóki Vilderússon in 866 AD after seeing ice floes flow in from Greenland. Among Iceland delicacies are rancid shark meat and sheep's testicles. Iceland's most famous son is Magnus Magnusson, the question master from Mastermind.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Ben.
you, Ben.
Yes, more facts about Iceland. It's 20 to 8 now. Coming up before 8 o'clock, we have an exclusive interview filmed in America between Don Johnson and Melanie What's-Her-Name, talking about their brand new film. Also, Ben will be back, and in a moment from now, another Thursday game that you two can play at home. That's after Peter Smith with his headlines and his weather.
Top stories this morning. Police have been warned by a man claiming to be London's gay killer that one homosexual will die every week. Warnings are being issued in the city's gay bars and clubs after the 5 killings in 3 months. The Queen Mum's got flu and has been forced to miss the rest of Royal Ascot. But Clarence House says she'll be watching on telly and is expected to be up and about next week. Cricket's rulers have backed a one-legged village cricketer who's been told he can't bat with someone else running his singles. Colonel John Stevenson, the chairman of the MCC, is now contacting umpires in Cornwall who banned Ian Harris's runner. Northern Ireland's Colin Clark has been forced to retire through injury. The Portsmouth striker damaged his knee in a collision with a goalpost during a reserve match in December. Now the weather, a dry start in the south, wetter everywhere later. Temperatures around 16 centigrade, 61 Fahrenheit. The north has the highest chance of rain. Full news and weather at 8 o'clock. It's now 7:41. Here's Chris and Gabby.
Thank you very much, Peter. And it's time for another brand new breakfast game show, as always on a Thursday. They take a minute to play and even less to think of. It's Pop Fizz! Now, we want to play Pop Fizz, so let's go outside and play Pop Fizz! There are 4 rules to this. First of all, there are 5 cans of Coke on the table here, as you can see. 1 can has been shaken vigorously, and this is the safe version of Russian roulette. Gabby, do you want to bring on the contestants from the family of the week?
Our first contestant is Toby.
Toby, one of these cans have been shaken vigorously. You have to open it right next to your face, like this. And which can would you like to choose? Which do you think it isn't?
This one.
OK, off you go then. Let's open it up. It could be this one. Let's have a look now. Next to your face, next to your face. Next to your face, so it goes all over you. Next to your face. Do it yourself. You got away with it. Next contestant, please.
Next contestant is Tom.
Pick a can, Tom. That one, OK. Are you ready for this? No, OK, Tom, you got away with it. All right, then. Next contestant.
Next contestant is the lovely, lovely Jim.
Sorry, Jim, which one do you want? That one? Next to your face, please, if you don't mind. Get off. Got away with that one. 2 more left. It's getting very exciting.
Very lovely,
Tara, which one do you want?
That one.
That one, OK, here we go then.
Oh, you know.
Look at little Rosie.
Rosie!
Hey, Rosie! Oh! Rosie, that's not how you play. Oh, we'll just have to play with Pete instead. Ready, Pete? Peter! Well, that was a great game, wasn't it? None of them was shook up properly anyway. That's how you play it, all right then. Time for Paul now. What a crap game that was. It's Paul!
Well, I'm in Westcliff-on-Sea, down on the Essex coast, a beautiful Victorian resort, famous for the Cliffs Pavilion. It's got a new thing called Roller City, and apparently the finest floral displays in the east of England, and also lovely wildflowers, I'm reliably informed, on nearby Belton Hills. But why am I here, and why am I dancing with 4 fishmongers? Well, I tell you, it's because today is competition day, yes, but don't answer your door. I'm going to be knocking on your door in the next 20 minutes or so if you're in Westcliff-on-Sea and you recognise this street, and maybe this umpire band, her aunt's umpire band. I'll knock on your door, but do not answer. Shout today's password, a handful of sprats. A handful of sprats. See you later on.
Thank you very much, Paul. In about 20 minutes, you'll see again. I'm just making myself a quick cup of coffee just before Master Blaster. Now, last week, Ben the Boffin says, why was the magazine left on the shelf? You can win a year's supply of new computer magazines, 6 new computer magazines, so it's quite some prize. OK, and I think this is the winner. Chris Sprules from Wantage in Oxford says, I'm going to cover the address because look at that writing, because nobody had bought it yet. Aww. So, there we are, Chris. You have won the year's subscription to those 6 magazines. Not bad, eh? And I'm going to have my cup of tea or coffee, whatever I fancy, in a moment, once the kettle's boiled, because we're going upstairs for Master Blaster.
Well, after my success with the Thursday game show, the rest of the show can only be an anticlimax, but we'll try and continue to keep up the standard that we've already achieved in the last few moments, because now here's Ben the Boffin with Master Blaster. Ben, before we start today's look at our cute games, there's something that's slightly worried.
What's that?
Well, you see, the thing is, you have all these posters on your bedroom. Which is brilliant. You have all these boyish posters, don't you? Yeah. But I can't help noticing that as you get older and you've started shaving, that they're being replaced with these ones here. Now look, you've got the token Superman poster down here, but this one, and I'm not saying she's not gorgeous because she is, seems to be taking pride of place. So what's happened to all the boys' own posters?
They're getting moved at the moment. I'm rearranging my room. I'm just putting those up at the minute.
Right. But they will be back here. And you just chanced upon girly posters?
Yeah, they were the only ones I could find.
Okay. Are you sure you're not just going through this? You can be open about it. You're not just getting older?
No. All the computer ones are just in the cupboard. I'm putting
They're
them
having
up
a rest, are they? I think you might need a rest as well in a couple of weeks, so I'll tell you that, Ben. OK, but first of all, before we look at the cute games, it's time for the Asper Top 5 once again, as compiled by Gallup. And here we go, at number 5.
Lemmings.
Number 4.
Sonic the
Number 3.
Super King.
Number 2.
Flashback.
Number 1.
Stomach.
That was very quick indeed, thank you very much indeed, Ben. And you see that charter first here, as always. Cute games today, we kick off with a game called James Pond. And James Pond has been around for ages, of course. This is Super James Pond 2. Yep. And when's this available? How much does it cost? And Ben, tell us about it, mate.
Well, it should cost $39.99 and should be coming out at around August, I think. This game is the graphics are very good and the sound's good, but really it's a bit easy and it's a bit too similar to the first one to warrant buying if you've got the first one. This would appeal a lot to younger people, but not really to the experienced.
And what's the boredom factor?
About 7.
Oh, is it 7? Yeah. But Ben, isn't it also true that James has been equipped with a robo-suit, which enables him to breathe out of water and to stretch his body up to his high ledges?
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. I thought it was true, yeah. OK, game number 2, another cutesy game, is Pugsy. Aww. Cute title, cute game, and it's another exclusive on Master Blaster. This is available on the Mega Drive in August, and it'll almost definitely set you back $39.99. Wow. Ben, tell us about it, mate.
I like this character a lot. It's sort of an original one from all the sort of Sonic and Mario type creatures. The graphics on this game are quite good. It's sort of a mixture between a puzzle and a platform game, which is quite good because it gives a little variation to the game. I like this game quite a lot. I think it's quite fun. Here he's trying to build a gas pipe to make the fire.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah, but Ben, would you also say that it's true that Pugsy looks fantastically with beautiful animated characters and backdrops, and there's enough variety and ingenious puzzles to keep you hooked to your console for weeks?
Very true indeed.
I thought it was, yes. Boredom factor?
3.
OK, and game number 3 is Bob. Bob is out on the SNES in September, and it'll probably cost you $39.99. Another cute game, and the last of our cute games this week. Ben, tell us about it, mate.
Bob is a robot who's been stranded on a blind date, and so he's somehow managed to get into all sorts of different worlds with a laser gun, and he's got, and it's sort of a mixture between a shoot 'em up and a platform game. This is a good fun game, but you've got to be sort of careful with bits like that so that you don't injure yourself.
Was he injured then? Is he injured?
Yeah, he was injured very briefly.
He's all right now, though?
Yeah, he's all right.
Good, yes. And do you have a boredom factor for this, Ben?
Boredom factor, I'd give this a 3 or a 4, I think.
A 3 or a 4?
About 3.5.
Is that good?
Yeah,
Ben, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you've ever given a half before.
I have.
Have you?
I'm pretty sure.
Not on this show you haven't bent the boffin. Isn't it also true, though, you must always keep an eye on the clock and your energy level in that game, which can be replenished by entering a recharger station?
Yeah, that's about right.
I thought it was. OK, so that's the cute games. Another insight with Ben the Boffin. The only boffin to take any notes of as far as computer games are concerned, because this is the greatest show on earth. It's the Big Breakfast. And we're giving away more stuff here. This is the ultimate cheats package for any game system. Yeah, it's all you need to cheat ever in the whole wide world. And today's question, Ben, is...
Why do cheats never prosper?
Oh, an old proverb. We want to know the answer to it. Once again, there's no right answer. The best answer wins. Why do cheats never prosper? And the address to write to, as always, is Master Blaster.
The Big Breakfast.
2 Lock Keepers Cottages. Old Ford Lock. London E328. And Ben will be back again next week. Thank you, Ben.
Okay.
Shake me hand and give us a kiss. And now, here's that exclusive interview with Don Johnson and Melanie What's-Her-Name.
Snap, cackle, pop.
I'm Don Johnson, and you're not.
And today, in an exclusive Snap, Cackle and Pop interview, Don introduces us to his wife, Melanie Griffith.
You can see she's easy on the eyes. And
In the week that Hollywood's golden couple hit the big screen together in their latest movie, Born Yesterday.
Movie news.
Let's go! When a door opens on a plane, you get out!
In Born Yesterday, Melanie Griffith stars as the ultimate bimbo, Billy Dawn, a part she loved.
It was fun. Still trying to get rid of her. Every now and then she comes out.
What is our responsibility now that the Eastern Bloc has collapsed?
Well, when the block collapsed, were people hurt or was it just property damage?
Her millionaire boyfriend, played by John Goodman, loves her for her looks, but decides she's an embarrassment when it comes to conversation.
Every time she opens her mouth, she says something stupid.
Goodman decides there's only one thing to do.
Since when have you been interested in my brain?
She started exposing it to the public.
Enter Don Johnson.
I don't want some stuffy old tutor.
This is Paul Verall.
So, how are we going to smarten me up?
Paul Verall that I played is one of the more difficult parts that I've ever had to play, in that there was no room to make mistakes in it.
This whole thing is making me feel dumber, not smarter. I've been reading this book for a week and I'm on page 13.
Well, that's not so bad.
Yeah, not if the book's 14 pages, it's not.
Comedy is the hardest thing to do in film, especially because there's no audience, you don't get a build going, you don't get a feel going or anything like that. How about starting with something a little smaller?
Like what? Fortune cookie?
To most married couples, living together and working together would be too much. To Melanie and Don, it just comes naturally.
We enjoy working together. As you can see, she's easy on the eyes. And she's a wonderful actor, so, you know, if something comes along that makes sense and blows both our skirts up, if you'll pardon the expression.
And should Don be tempted to look up the wrong skirt, Melanie knows just how to keep him under control.
Oh, I have
Incentives. Incentives. It's a Pavlovian theory.
And it's a theory that works. Don and Melanie have 3 kids between them. So what about plans to increase their family?
You never know. Maybe. I'm working on him. We're practicing.
We're doing a lot of rehearsing.
Yeah.
Am I in the room? Hello? Am I in the room?
But one thing's certain, this won't be the last time you see them together on screen.
I would love to make another movie with you.
I would love to make another movie with you too, honey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, shall we begin now?
Snap, the Screen International Movie Chart.
And now the top 3 movies in the UK.
Number 3.
The Vanishing. Jeff Bridges sneaks quietly into the chart in this psychological thriller.
You're out of your mind. And if you do, then logic dictates you'll find her.
Alive?
Number 2.
Indecent Proposal. Robert Redford's millions are still causing problems for Demi and Woody.
And at number 1 this week.
Falling Down. Michael Douglas hits the top spot.
What's wrong with the street?
Nothing.
I knew it.
7:53. Haven't seen that film yet, but it will put me off Michael Douglas, I think, forever and ever. Anyway, we're in this position around the table. Toby is in this chair. It means it is time for Dish the Dirt. Okay, Toby. Now, you've got a huge family, so we can't dish the dirt on everybody. But first off, it's Dad. David, go for it. First of all, dish it.
Dish it.
Dad! Well, we're sitting down watching telly, and he comes and sits down in front of the telly, takes off his socks and starts picking his feet and flicks them at the screen.
And flicks them at the screen. David, is this true? I like it when they admit that. Also, photographs.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like me to show this photograph? Do you want me to show this photograph? Apparently this is you doing the decorating. I think we need say no more. Look at that reaction. Okay, next up. Your mum's enjoying that as well. Mum! Viv! Dish it!
Right, when we were in a journey in the car, like we were on the journey up here, but I was listening to my Lovers tape, and Mum started singing to it in opera style.
In opera style? Oh, go on. Let's hear your Leveler song in opera style. Oh, carry me, carry me. That's all I know. Oh, I think we'll leave it there. Okay, next up, Alex, little Alex.
Alex, we were at this theme park once, and this girl called Catherine Ackroyd picked Alex up, and he did a poo down her side.
He's smiling. Okay. Last stop. Tom. Dish it. Dish it.
We were over the back fields, and we were near the stream, and Tom went for a pee in the stream, and we made a rope swing, and we were swinging him across the stream, and the rope snapped, he went flying into the pee stream.
Is this true?
Yeah.
Is that the story you didn't want him to tell?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Round of applause for dishing the dirt. Absolutely brilliant, Toby. Oh, I did enjoy that one especially. That photograph! Now, in 3 minutes' time... Top tick, top tick. We turn back the clock. Top tick.
A toast. 2 slices of toast.
Sailfish.
Nice herring or a nice mackerel.
The big breakfast.
It's the big breakfast. Beautiful, beautiful thing here. Artistic, creative, and in your face. As always, it's Thursday, 17th of June, 1993, and today is National Denim Day, isn't it, dear?
Denim, yes.
Yes, so we're all in denim, and people have been encouraged all throughout the country to wear denim to work in aid of raising money for the British Diabetic Association's Children's Fund. So why don't you do it? Get involved. Here we have 3 of our crew members showing you now, displaying classic denim style. First of all, Dan the Soundman. This is 70s denim. And this is any film with Randall and Hopkirk in, you can catch this. It's beautiful, beautiful. Number 2 is Val wearing the classic patchwork denim. Check out the jeans. That's where it's coming from. Those jeans available at any jumble sale store. They're the ones that are always left. Nobody buys them. And finally, Gary is wearing the rock chick look with the famous snake skin denim. Look at these snake skin denim. That's just 3 little kinds of denim that you can wear to work today.
Rock Chuck look.
Thank you very much, Gary.
Very revolting. Right, yes, still to come this morning. Paula will be talking to Barbara Castle. Also, one of Bjorn Borg's closest friends spills the beans about the reclusive star's private life. That's coming up very shortly. And our brand new feature about your house.
Also, we have Formula 1 cars from the 1950s on the show today, and your chance to win £1,000 an egg on your face. All coming up. But now, here's Peter with the news and the weather.
These are the main stories on Thursday, June the 17th. Police taunted over gay killings, mayhem in Mogadishu as the UN storms in, and another bad day for Terry Venables. A man claiming to be the serial killer of 5 homosexuals has been taunting London police. As they repeated warnings to London's gay community, detectives said the caller warned of more killings. Gay men who say they already suffer persecution are worried.
It's a completely different level of danger. You're frightened to even have eye contact with people. It's so really scary. It is really frightening.
There's now a full-scale confrontation between the UN and the Somali warlord Mohammed Aidid. Somalis have been yelling threats to kill all foreigners in Mogadishu after American UN forces launched the heaviest assault yet. Unions are demanding that the Tories declare political donations after claims that Azil Nadir tried to buy a peerage from them. The TUC's Norman Willis wants payments revealed under the same rules as Labour's union funding. John Major's expected to warn ministers to stop public squabbling over economic policy at this morning's cabinet meeting. New Chancellor Kenneth Clarke wants cuts in every Whitehall department to reduce Britain's £50 billion deficit. Estate agent Stephanie Slater is expected to face her kidnapper in court 17 months after her 8-day ordeal. Miss Slater will face Michael Sams, who admits abducting her, at Nottingham Crown Court but denies the murder of teenager Julie Dart. Pepsi-Cola is fighting a marketing disaster in the States after syringes were found in some cans. Pepsi say it couldn't have happened in their factories, but sales have plummeted and Coke is cleaning up. No problems have been reported in Britain. Elton John's on song again after taking fright at aggressive journalists outside his Tel Aviv hotel. He fled by private jet yesterday after a scuffle at the Hilton, but is returning for today's concert after a last-minute appeal by the British ambassador. Popular TV drama's been boosted with a reprieve for the Scottish series Take the High Road. It'll continue showing in Scotland after 2,000 fans demonstrated in Glasgow, but English viewers will lose their regular dose of Highland soap. The Princess of Wales' brother says the stately home they grew up in may be haunted. Earl Spencer says a visitor at Althorpe in Northamptonshire saw the ghost of a 19th century groom. The Earl says he doesn't believe in wailing spectres, but there might be something in it. Terry Venables is facing fresh disappointment in his bid to buy out Alan Sugar for control of Spurs. The sacked chief executive is still trying to get High Court support for the bid, but one of his backers, Planet Hollywood boss Robert Earl, has pulled out. The Republic of Ireland eked out a 1-0 win over Lithuania to leapfrog above Spain in their World Cup group. Steve Staunton got the vital goal in the 38th minute in Vilnius. Now the weather, a dry start in the south, but rain at times in other parts. Temperatures around 16 centigrade, 61 Fahrenheit. The north has the highest chance of rain. High pollen counts in the south, moderate elsewhere. Headlines at 8:20, it's now 8:04. Here's Chris and Gabby.
Thank you very much, Peter. And today's the day that the Australians play the English team again, so we've got a wallaby in to celebrate that. And there's your little Sheila, and Sheila's just done a bit of a poo-poo on Lisa's hand, which is beautiful. And Sheila's just 6 months old, but we're happy to have her here all morning. She seems to be enjoying it. She's less nervous than many animals we've had on. Anyway,
She's a showbiz wallaby.
She's a showbiz wallaby. She's got no choice, though, she? So we're here, big breakfast. It's Gabby Ross and the First Lady of British Television. Here she is once again.
It's all right, it's all right.
Okay, all right. And the crew are here. We're all here for you, ladies and gentlemen at home. It's Thursday morning. Today's papers, well, we're concentrating on the pictures today in the papers. There's lots of good picture stories. This is Julie Goodyear. There's Julie Goodyear in denim for National Denim Day. And that's her new boyfriend on the front of the sun there, Julie Goodyear. This is Whitney Houston with a new little baby, 3 months old. She's still got a bit of a pregnant punch there, but she's very happy. Friends say that she's happier than she's ever been before. It is Whitney Houston, guaranteed that is her. Now here's John Collins doing the shopping yesterday, look. With a scarf on and sunglasses on. That's what she looks like normally, of course.
But at least they match.
Yeah, they do match, yes. Okay, but she's been caught, so this is good news. These are the poor ball girls, very pretty, of course, poor ball girls, so to Eastbourne yesterday, sheltering underneath an umbrella because the preamble to Wimbledon was caught up in the rain yesterday.
I bet Wimbledon will be as well.
Oh, yes, well,
the
maybe.
Whole time.
And this is Lord's, where today, apparently, Australia, as we said, are going to play England. Don't think so, because this was taken last night, and it's waterlogged, but they're trying to clear it for this morning for the start of the first day's play in the second test.
How are they going to do that?
Well, they do it with a machine called an aerator, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the aerator, when they can't afford an aerator, they do it with pitchforks, but an aerator rolls and makes little pinpricks and it drains the water.
Oh. No, I was really interested by that. Thank you very much, Dan the Cable Basher.
I knew the answer, so I had to say it. I didn't want to say it, but I did know it, so therefore I did.
wanted to know because I didn't know.
Today's National Gene Day! We want to know about your friends called Gene.
Right, Bella says my sister-in-law is Jean Quinton and she's just given birth to 7-pound, 3-ounce girl Alana in Whips Cross Hospital, Walthamstow. Congratulations. Oh, wonderful. And Alan in Huddersfield, my wife Jean Hughes, pinches cuttings of plants from everybody's gardens when she walks the dog. Sophie from Brighton, my mum's name is Jean Jarvis and she chats up all the men at work. And Jane Casson from Huddersfield, my aunt and uncle were glam rockers and walked up the aisle to the strains of Jean Genie by David Bowie. Absolutely brilliant. More of those,
If their name's Jean, we want to know about it.
081 985 111 or faxes 081 985 2222 on National Denim Day.
Do you want to win £1,000?
Yes!
Good. Well, watch this space.
Get on the case.
It's time to play.
Egg on your face!
Egg on your face, 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 egg to make it splat!
Oh, very nice. Halfway anyway. Nearly. Teamwork almost working there. Egg on your face, can you crack it? Who is behind the egg? 0891 122 question number 25p. Anybody can play, but you've got to be over 18 to call because it's a cash giveaway. Here's Paula. Paula, once again, joining in National Denim Day, you know, being part of the team. What's gone on?
Sorry, nobody
What's gone
told me because I was learning my highway code.
Oh, all right then. Fair enough.
On the
Oh, you've got your driving test coming up soon. Yes.
2 weeks.
Who's today?
Today I'm going to first of all be having my singing lesson from Robert Bicknell.
Bicknell.
Who knows what scales
You'll
we'll be
aspire to.
yes, we'll be aspiring to. And then after that I'm going to be on the bed with Barbara Castle.
Oh, how lovely. So it's all very good. Today, it's a gorgeous day, thank heaven, after yesterday. It's 8:07 and time to 8:08. And time to shout, for the second time today, where are you, Paul?
Well, I'm in Westcliff-on-Sea, moving and grooving to Herent's Umpire Bank. Can I introduce you for a second, Ernst?
Yeah.
You're all of German origin, I presume?
Yeah.
And where are you from?
Wickford.
Wickford, not a German amongst them, knocking out some fine umpire band. They're operating at half power at the moment. I've got to knock on somebody's front door to get them some power and to play our competition. If you're watching, remember, do not answer your door. Shout out today's password, which is a handful of sprats. And helping me, I've got the Osborne Brothers Fishmongers Supreme. We're going to knock on somebody's door. How do you feel, chaps? Fit? Cold. Fit and cold. Off we go. Keep playing. Let's grab the power thing. And I think, yes. Open up your letterbox, not your front door. It's Paul Ross and a big breakfast. Hello? What's the password? Is the correct answer. Open up and in we go. Come in, chaps. Quick. Hello.
Hello.
Madam, you're on national television. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Jeanette.
And you are?
Lawrence. Vicky.
And who's this?
Elaine. Dominic Sue.
Oh.
And Kerry Sue.
Oh, and Kerry Sue. We've got them all together. Now, you're going to get a prize if you can find me 3 household things in a minute. But first, you must answer me a question. Simple, perhaps, but not simple. Westcliff is famous for its gardens and parks. But which of these parks is not within 2 miles of Westcliff-on-Sea? Is it Belfairs Park, Kilkwell Park, or Yellowstone Park?
Yellowstone Park.
Yellowstone Park, home of Yogi Bear, not near Westcliff-on-Sea. Now, you've got 1 minute to find 3 things around the house. The Osborne brothers are going to chime it for me. OK, stand by. And the 3 things I want are... Steady. Some suntan lotion.
Right.
Something to do with a wedding. And something from under a bed. 3, 2, 1, go! OK, off we go. Quick.
Hurry up.
Oh, let's have a look up here. How's the time going, chaps? The Osborne brothers have got the stopwatch. My, what a big house. What's he got from under the bed? He's got something from under... He's got a shoebox or something. How's Mum doing? Mum's got the suntan lotion. Come through. And we want something to do with the wedding. Oh, I don't know, a speedy one. Stop the clock.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. And we have, from under the bed, we have...
Nike Huaraches.
Oh, that's guaranteed there. Nike Huaraches for him for the rest of his life. Some suntan lotion from Mum. And also the wedding... Oh, is this your wedding album?
Yes.
Oh, come here. Let's have a look. Oh, is that Dad?
Yes.
Madam, you must have a sense of humour. That's all I can say. Oh, sweet. Sweet, how lovely. Now, you're going to get a prize. Osborne Brothers, step forward with a prize goodie bag. No, let the mum pick it out. Go on. OK, well, oh, no, don't have that. Have that as well. You can have an LP watch something wrapped up.
Right.
Listen, we can open it later on. Join us later on when part 2 of the competition, when this lady, having had her wedding snaps revealed to the world, is going to be knocking up her neighbours. See you in a moment. Well done.
Paul providing a public service once again on the Big Breakfast. This is the Big Breakfast right here, right now, on National Denim Day. Wear denim to work today and raise money for the British Diabetics Association. And we're asking questions about anybody you know called Jean off the back of that on our phone-in. And James Riley has called in. Can we say hello to his auntie, Jean Peen, in Glasgow? Hello, Jean Peen. Matthew Hopkinson from Blackburn. My Russian half-brother is called Jean. Okay. And Clive Clark from Bury. Did you know diarrhea is hereditary? It runs in your genes. It's all right, anything to do with Jean, we're happy to have it on today. Now, over the past 2 weeks, and this is the third, we have been teaching you everything you need to know about greyhounds. And last week, in fact, we housed some greyhounds. All 14 greyhounds that were on last week's show all got homes. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful thing? Now, please welcome our special guest today, because we have Big Breakfast. Big Breakfast is a greyhound called Big Breakfast, and here to tell us more about it is Paul Austin from Ladbrokes. Hello, Paul.
Morning, Chris.
Welcome to the show. So, tell us what it's all about. Tell us the whole deal. His name is Big Breakfast.
It's Big Breakfast.
What's going to happen?
He's going to be trained in Kent by Beverly Dalton, run at Crayford Stadium, and one of your viewers this morning has got a chance to win it for 12 months.
So he's a professional greyhound?
He's a professional greyhound. He's new to the track, so he's just starting to trial in. He's showing some promise.
Yes.
So hopefully some winners and some good fun during the 12 months.
He's 2 years old?
He's 2 years old, just 2, and will improve as he gets a bit older.
How long has he been trained at the moment for?
Well, he's only been trained, gone to the kennels recently, so all early signs are good.
But he's showing promise. Twice
Definitely.
he's shown promise, hasn't he?
Yeah, 2 trials, they've both gone well, got a good grading time, and got one more trial to go.
Now, when our viewer wins this greyhound, they get it just for 12 months, right? But all the prize money that the greyhound wins is theirs.
Absolutely right.
Hey! Now, first of all you think, oh, cute dog, I'd like that. Then you think, money, I'd like that even more. So cute dog and money can't be a bad deal. So where's it going to run?
It's going to run at Crayford Stadium, and the first time it runs, which will be in 2 or 3 weeks' time on a Saturday morning, we'll put the winner up on the Friday night in the hotel, chauffeur drive them down to the stadium, champagne brunch, and you never know, it might even be a winner.
Okay, and we can follow the career of Big Breakfast.
Absolutely.
For the whole 12 months. And every time Big Breakfast is in a race, we'll announce it on the show every single day, and we can all have a flutter on it if you're so inclined. Not that I'm endorsing betting, although I do like a bit of a gamble myself. And what have they got to do to win this greyhound for 12 months then?
Well, we've got to answer a very, very simple question, which you're going to pose to them now.
Do you want me to do this?
I think that's probably better.
I'll read it off the card, because we've got to get this right. This is for Big Breakfast for 12 months. You will effectively be the owner. After 12 months, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe with all the prize money, you could buy him and keep him forever. Yes? But here's the question you've got to answer, and you get all the winnings from Big Breakfast for the first 12 months, if he should win any races, and he's showing good signs, as we say. The question is, what's the average speed of a top-class greyhound according to the NGRC, which is the National Greyhound Racing Club? What's the average speed of a top-class greyhound? Answers on a postcard, please, to the Big Breakfast, the greyhound competition. It's coming over here now. 2 Lockkeepers Cottages, all 4 o'clock, London E3, 2NN. And you can win Big Breakfast. Not only is he fast, but he's gorgeous. Thank you very much, Paul. And thank you very much, Big Breakfast. Here's Super Hints now today.
Super Hints, your indispensable guide to a better life.
Good morning. I'm John Blashford Snell, and as a Royal Engineer, I've explored all over the world. I set up Operation Rally, but now I'm involved with a new organization, Discovery Expeditions for slightly older people.
And today's super hint is...
I've just come back from a remote area in the jungles and the foothills of the Himalayas. And one of the problems there is the place is full of leeches. And we found an interesting way of overcoming it. What you can do is to rub your legs with vapor rub. You smell pretty awful and nobody comes near you, but the most important thing is nor do the leeches.
Tomorrow on Super Hints.
I'm Seth Lewis, and I'm going to give you a shocking but elegant way to cure hiccups.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to that one. That's a super hint tomorrow morning. Now, at the age of 24, Bjorn Borg was arguably the greatest tennis player that ever lived. But according to a new book out next week, the man on court was very different to the man off court. A lonely figure intent on self-destruction. Here to tell us more is the book's author, Lars Skorka. Lars, when did you first meet Bjorn Borg?
I met him early 80s. And when he was still playing professional tennis, but he quit 83, and then we became very deep friends, and he moved back to Sweden. And yeah, we went very good friends.
And you started up a business venture together.
Yeah, that was, you could say, when Björn has made his private life, he has bought his house, he has bought his boat, and then after that he really, he wanted to go into business.
Now, in your book, and I've got the quote here, you said, the Bjorn on the tennis courts was a million light years away from the Bjorn that I knew. What do you mean by that? What's the Bjorn that you knew?
Björn that I know from the beginning was a very nice man and a very deep friend, but he changed his mentality because of he had a big problem with an addict drugs problem.
What sort of addictions did he have?
The cocaine problem.
Did you know about this before you went into business with him?
Yes, I write that in my book, and I know it before, but I didn't understand really how dangerous it was, and I tried it together with him. He teach me 86 how you should do it.
Now, in 1989, there was a much publicised suicide attempt.
Yes.
What do you think pushed him to this?
First of all, as I told you, the addict's problem, and also he missed something in his life, but I didn't think about that he should try to take his life. We discussed that, I remember once time in Los Angeles, 87, that he said, I have nothing to live for. And I said, yeah, you have lots to live for. I said, you have all the money and you have all...
But next, you stood by him then, but then you wrote this book.
Yeah.
You tell us all about his private life.
Yes.
The business collapsed. Why did you do this? Why did you write and tell everybody about the private man?
First of all, if he had said that he wanted to stay out in the Swedish archipelago alone, and also he put lots of blame on me, and when you are Björn Borg, everybody listened to him, and I want to tell my story.
What about the people that might say you might be bitter about it all?
Sometimes, I mean, of course I have been bitter, and of course I regret something. Perhaps I should help him much more after the suicide attempt after, but I was not strong enough at that time because it was very hard for all of us in the company.
Thank you very much for telling us about the book.
Thank you.
And about Björn Borg. It's now 18 minutes past 8, and the question about the clip is, what does Roger Moore tell the cabbie? But remember, don't phone, it's just for fun.
Having trouble?
Well, I think he's charging me too much, but I can't make him understand.
Autista, quanto fa?
1000 lire.
Autista, Adesso quanto fa?
300 lire.
You'll take 300.
But what did you say to him?
Nothing.
Nothing? He called me a liar, a thief, and an idiot. It's something which is not translatable even into English.
It's National Denim Day.
It is.
1 o'clock again.
8:21 on that National Denim Day, and the question was, what did Roger Moore tell the cabbie? And the answer, that he's a liar, a thief, and an idiot. And that's a clip from Classic TV Heaven, The Saint, out next week for £9.99, and it's just fantastic, and I want to get it, and I really...
I'm sure they'll just give you one after that.
Oh, right.
Now listen, it says here on this script, there's still 40 minutes of Thursday fun to come this morning, with a rare 1950s Formula 1 racing car. Also, your horrible morning faces very soon indeed, and Sean's Thursday thought. But here's the news now with the headlines and the weather.
Top stories this morning. Police want two of Britain's most notorious serial killers to help them build up a picture of London's gay killer. They may talk to Dennis Nielsen, who killed 15 young men, and Michael Lupo, who killed 4. New evidence could strengthen the case of 2 English women jailed in Thailand for heroin trafficking. A forensic expert says the girls couldn't have carried the quantity of drugs alleged in the containers they were found with. UN forces in Somalia have sent in heavy armour after the biggest airstrike yet. American gunships struck overnight, aiming for Mogadishu warlord Mohammed Aidid, whose forces were blamed for killing 23 Pakistani peacekeepers. A. Pratt has finally had enough and changed his surname by deed poll. The 29-year-old novice solicitor got fed up with policemen taking the mickey. Now he's called Andrew James. Now the weather, a dry start in the south, but wetter everywhere later on. Temperatures around 16 centigrade, 61 Fahrenheit. The north has the highest chance of rain. We're back just before the end of the show. It's now 8:23. Here's Chris and Gabby.
Peter,
Chris.
do you want to win that greyhound?
Yeah, why not?
OK, well, that's right, because you can enter that competition.
You never let me enter all the other ones.
No, but you can enter this one because you're over 18, and that's something I forgot to say, Peter, and I'm using you as a stooge to get the point over.
Thank you very much, Chris.
So if you want to win the Big Breakfast Greyhound, call Big Breakfast, write to this address with the answer to the question, what's the average speed of a top professional greyhound? The Big Breakfast 2 Lock Keepers Countries 0 Ford Lock, London E3 2NN. But you must be over 18 because, once again, cash is involved.
Yeah, right.
Today's question.
Yes, it's National Jean Day, National Denim Day today, right? National Denim Day. So we want to know all about your jeans in your family and your friends. We are Dave, Simon, Mark, and we are expert on jeans. We've just passed our genetic exams at Leicester University.
Oh, how lovely.
Very funny, and congratulations, and please stop ringing, because apparently you keep ringing saying, have you read that? Right, Jean Godfrey from Kent. My name's Jean, and it's my son James's 18th birthday. He's also taking 2 A-levels, and it's also my silver wedding anniversary. So for you, Jean Godfrey from Kent, a huge round of applause.
All right.
Yay! More of those, please.
If their name's Jean, we want to know about them on 081 985 111, or you can fax us.
081 985 222. You're so cute.
Oh, we're getting on all right today. Now, listen, what's going on? Got a letter here. Dear Big Breakfast, enclosed the pictures of our dogs' morning faces. And this is from Paula, Bell and Des, and they're from Weaver House in Liverpool. And this says, the thing is, they don't look much more different when they're awake. So here we go. They've got 3 dogs. Well, they've got lots of dogs, in fact, here. And there's the first one. That's Rats.
Oh, sweet.
Rats, is this you? It certainly is. OK, we've got another one here. This is their dog, Roo.
Oh.
Roo? Is that you?
Look at the tongue sticking out.
And finally, are these you? Tigger and Winnie, 2 abandoned pups who've since been found good homes.
Oh.
They look after dogs, and there are the dogs' morning faces. Thank you.
Oh.
And now,
Oh.
should we go to Paul? Let's go to Paul. Let's go to Paul. For the 3rd time today, let's shout out. Where are you, Paul? Paul, where are you, Paul?
Ah, yes, they're playing my song once again, because I love to go wandering, and I'm in Westcliff-on-Sea, near Southend, the kind of Miami of the Essex coast, a fantastic place, and we're playing Competition Day down your doorstep. I've knocked up this lady's house already, and now I'm going to knock up her neighbours with a bit of help of the Osborne brothers. Come on, chaps, you keep playing, lads, in we go. Oh, the ordeal is not over yet, madam. We're back for a second helping. Now, what we need you to do, can we come in? Yes. You've got 1 minute. You've got to knock up your neighbours, and I want you to come back with a neighbour each, and they've got to be carrying something. A neighbour each, they've got to be carrying something, and what we need is a videotape. Start the clock, please, Osborne brothers. Off you go, 1 minute starting now. Here we go, here we go. Hey, you come as well. Go and knock up the neighbour. Come on, chaps, just give him a hand. Oh, 1 already. And you've got videotapes? Where do you live? Nearby? Run down and get a videotape. Quick, quick, quick. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I'll look after the kids. I'll take them. You come in with me. Tap them across the road. You belong to this lady, yeah? Or mind the cars?
I thought you wanted a big breakfast.
Did you? Was I good?
Yes.
I was fantastic. There, you've heard it now from the viewers' mouths. Come in, chaps. Hold tight. How are we doing? Back in the house? In the house you go, in the house you go. I'm minding them for Mum, don't worry, I won't leave them on their own. How are we doing for time, Osborne brothers?
45.
45 seconds, oh! Come back, quick, in you go, in you go. Quick, madam. Oh dear, sprinting for Britain there. Time's nearly up. Where's your mum? Where's your mum? Yes. Let's have a look, how many have we got? Okay, so hold it right there. Hold them aloft, hold them aloft. How are we doing? Oh, madam. Hope you get your video back. Was it a precious one? Oh, right, okay. Any of these I want to borrow. Let me... Oh, Ryan Atkinson. I'll have that one. Thank you very much. She's done it. What was your name again, madam?
Jeanette.
Jeanette's done it. So once again, Jeanette can choose another prize.
Another prize?
Another prize, yes. What's it this time? What did you get last time, by the way?
A clock.
A clock. And this time... Oh, let's hope it's not another clock.
She keeps taking the big one.
It's another clock! Wondrous, we'll never see the big one. My thanks to Hare and Stumper Band, my thanks to the Osborne brothers, and a big thank you to Jeanette and her neighbours.
Thank you very much, Paul, and more from him tomorrow, 8:28 here on The Big Breakfast. Now, all this week, we've been learning about the family's obsession with all things Napoleonic, and tomorrow they're going to be reenacting the Battle of Waterloo here at The Big Breakfast. But how do you choose who's sort of been shot? I mean, how do you sort of do things like that? take aim of fire and
Yeah,
say,
we
right.
just aim at the redcoats.
And what's he like
fire.
about being shot and dying?
He never dies. He absolutely refuses. The only way they can get him to die is to tie him to a stake and shoot him. And even then he says missed.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just a graze?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the old
flesh wound.
story. I
When
don't
the Emperor's
know.
got to come back again, see?
Now, we want you to step aside, because what we're going to do is we're going to get ready for tomorrow. We are going to have a dying competition. See who can play dead the best. You know, the... one of those. I just had to get it in because I wanted a bit of a go at that myself. OK, who's going to go first? All right, you go first. Go on, then. OK, ready, steady, dramatic death, go. Absolutely fantastic. What does he get for that? Quick. 7, 9 and 6. I can't add it up quickly, so somebody tell me where we come to. Right, and next, please. The second. Play dead. He's not gone yet. Are you there?
He's gone.
And 8. No, we've got to move. He's dead. Right, OK. All right. And the last, please. The last one to play dead. Come on then, Tara. That's it. Throw the hay everywhere. Oh. Are you dead?
Yes.
Oh, she is. Yes. How many marks did she get? Right, and then can we have you two, no, the 3 of you together. Come on, all 3 of you, in one go. Quickly. And march for them. I have a feeling that the last 3 won. They're absolutely brilliant. But you can see all of this en masse tomorrow in our reenactment of the Battle of Waterloo. Looking forward to that, eh? Right, now watch the space. Get on the case. It's time to play Egg on Your Face.
Egg on your face, 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 egg to make it splat! Egg on your face, 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 egg to make it explode!
Big breakfast back again, and we're upstairs here in Chris's Cafe, and I can just tell you, I've just been to get a peach from the canteen while Gabby was reenacting deaths, and there's nothing worse than a hard peach, is there? And this is one of those hard peaches you buy it, 20p, you spend 20p of good money, you get, and you throw it away because you just can't eat the damn thing. So there you go. Now, today is, of course, the first day of the second test, if we're lucky, the weather doesn't stop us, between Australia and England. So today the waitress is an Australian cricketer. G'day, mate.
G'day.
With his Australian baby kangaroo. And her name's Sheila, and she's been here all morning. And also we have some customers in the cafe today.
Kangaroo.
What?
Not a kangaroo.
You've lost your accent, mate. It's not a kangaroo?
No,
It's a wallaby.
Wallaby.
Good. And also in the cafe today we have customers. And the customers here, who are you two?
My name's Jane.
Oh, what's your name?
Jane.
Oh, it's a pair of jeans on National Day. How lovely. So, hello, who's on line 1 now? Hello?
Hello, it's Jean from Oxford.
It's Jean?
Yes.
From Oxford? Not too loud, please. Little Sheila, you see. OK, Jean, who had egg on their face, please?
Luther Vandross.
Luther Vandross, let's check it out. And the answer is Luther Vandross. OK, let's get back to the quiz, back to the show. Push for time, thank you. OK, in one of these 3 envelopes is, in fact, £1,000. And the other is £500, and the other is 1 fried egg. 2 fried eggs, in fact, sorry. So can you hold these now, please? If you answer this next question correctly, you get to choose an envelope. The question is, which DJ ended up with egg on their face when they said, on Monday we'll have Jerry Lee Lewis, on Tuesday Chuck Berry, and on Wednesday Elvis Presley, though not in that order? Was it Dave Lee Travis, Chris Tarrant, Steve Wright, Kid Jensen, or Simon Mayo?
Simon Mayo.
Simon Mayo is the wrong answer. Sorry about that, Jean. Hello, who's on line 2?
Hi, it's Declan.
Declan, what do you think the answer is? Dave Lee Travis?
Dave Lee Travis.
Dave Lee Travis, good guess, but wrong in fact. Hello, who's on line 3?
Hello, it's Hazel from Gillingham in Kent.
Ah, you sound like you're on blind date. Hello, I'm Hazel, I'm from Gillingham in Kent. So who do you think it is? Chris Tarrant, Steve Wright, or Kid Jensen?
Kid Jensen.
He's the right answer! So you get to pick an envelope. Would you like 1, 2 or 3?
Number 2, please.
Number 2. You sound like you're on Blind Date again. And you have won. Oh, I'm sorry about this. £1,000!
Thank you very much.
Okay, have a lovely Thursday. I bet you will.
you.
It's a pleasure. It's what life's all about. We have a question about the clip now, and the question about this clip is...
What can't
You've lost
men
your
buy?
accent again.
What can't men buy?
Don't fun, it's just for fun, cobber.
Do you know what I am?
You're a model.
No, I'm a woman. I work as a model. That's what I do. And all day long I stand around in front of a lot of guys with a lot of money and power. And somewhere along the line they get confused. And they can't remember what they can buy and what they can't. Somewhere along the line, they get confused, and they can't remember what they can buy and what they can't. So every once in a while, I have to remind them that the products I advertise are for sale. I'm not.
You think she likes me?
8:38. Welcome back to the Big Breakfast on National Denim Day. Denim, denim, denim. Yes, right. The question was, what couldn't men buy? And the answer, Mimi Rogers, and that's Road to Ruin, which is out to rent next week on Vid.
Okay, we've been asking all morning about your mates who are called Jean. If their name's Jean, we want to know all about them, and I have lots of calls here just come through, but they've just been handed to me at the last minute, and I want to sift through them to get rid of the rubbish ones, which is something that we always do. So I won't read those out yet, because I might chance upon one that isn't very funny, and the programme will come to a grinding halt. So, whilst I do that, why don't we just pan left for Sean's Thursday Thought.
God gives us the nuts, but he does not crack them.
There'll be another one 7 days from now.
I can't wait 7 days, I don't think.
I was so taken with that, I couldn't do these, I'm sorry about that. Now we have a brand new spot, another brand new Thursday spot, and it's about somebody's home. And we have this programme called, this report on pets called Me and My Pet. We have reports on holidays called Me and My Holiday. And guess what this is called? Me and My Home.
Hello, my name's Debbie Gordon. This is my daughter Tara.
Hello, I'm James Gordon, and this is our council home. It looks like every other house on the street, but come inside and see how different it is. This is the hall. As you can see, it's a safari scene with Siberian tigers, and at the top is a rhinoceros, which are all becoming extinct animals, and this is a tribute to them in my hallway. This is the Wedgwood Room, which is based on an idea from King Ludwig II of Bavaria's dream castle in Germany. The ceiling, as you can see, is based again on an idea, but this time from the Sistine Chapel in Rome. I did it basically because I like Michelangelo's work.
This is a lovely room. It's very elegant, and I feel that it would be very nice to hold a banquet in this room, which hopefully I will do one day.
I was brought up in the National Children's Home as an orphan, and this being my first home, I put all my experiences in it to create a dream home.
My dad was a butler, and I grew up in stately homes because of his work, and I class this house as a stately home on its own. It's unique, and it's one of the best.
This is the Tudor room, which is 18th century period, which gives it an impression that it is in fact a cottage in here. This is Constantine, which is on the Swiss borders, but is in fact in Germany, and it shows how German living was in those days. I've in fact put the appropriate characters in, including the town crier and the village clock. This is a German castle with the steeple, but originally it had trees which went straight down, and what I've done is in fact changed it to a lake by using artistic license.
This is the bathroom. We've designed this bathroom for like a Grecian temple. As you can see, the pillars there were made from the inside of a roll of carpet, just a cardboard, wallpapered to give this effect. It's a lovely, relaxing bathroom, as you can see.
This is the master bedroom.
And this is the Taj Mahal, a very romantic feature in any woman's bedroom.
This is a monument which is the seventh wonder of the world, and it was made for love from one man and devoted to his wife. And I felt that because of the uniqueness of this building, it would be perfect as a symbol of love for this bedroom. A house like this would probably cost someone £15,000, but we've managed to do it for £2,000, and that isn't bad. Here we are sitting in front of the Taj Mahal in our bedroom in Oldham, and we love it, don't we, Dad?
It's beautiful, every woman's dream.
What an amazing house!
Quite incredible.
All for £2,000.
More next week?
Yeah, absolutely. It's every Thursday, me and my home.
Yes.
It's like a through the keyhole for normal people, sort of, blubby. Now, today's question is, if their name's Jean, we want to know about them, please, because today's National Denim Day and we're talking jeans. Robert Marshall from Middlesex, I've got an Auntie Jean who swears a lot.
Max from Colchester, my nana is Jean Knight and she drinks so much tea we call her Teabag.
And Jamie in Wiltshire, my auntie is Jean Harding and she picks her nose a lot. And Mike Brooke from Leeds, the woman who works in our garage is called Jean and she once caught me having a wee behind the car wash. So you can keep those coming if you like. 081985111. Not promising we'll have time to read them out, but you can call us. Now.
La 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 la.
Here's Paula.
It's time, yet again, for our singing lesson. Robert Bicknell is flexing every inch of his body ready. And this week, because we've had so many faxes from people distressed that they haven't heard the end of Teenager in Love, we're going to axe our usual exercises and go straight into the song. So I hope you're all warmed up.
Right, let's see if we can remember what we did last week, okay? Intro. 2, 3, and...
Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart.
Who was
Somebody was
That's terrible. Right, let's do this one again, okay? 1, 2, must concentrate. I want exact notes.
firm.
I am. You, 1, 2, 3, and...
Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart. 'Cause I am so afraid that we will have to part. Each time I ask the stars,
What'd you ask?
why must I be a teenager in love?
2, 3, and... Right, let's go on now. Now we have the words. Right, I cried a tear. 1, 2, 3, and... Now I think we'll have a longer tear than that, okay? Tear is 4 beats, okay? 1, 2, 3, and... I cried a tear.
I'll be a lonely one if you should say the truth.
Okay, we'll do this bit again, okay? I cried a tear. 1, 2, 3, and... I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Good, once again for luck. 1, 2, 3, and... I cried a tear for nobody but you. Good. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. If you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. And if you should say goodbye,
I hate to say it, we've not made it to the end of the song, but the question about the clip is what kind of lady is Frankie describing? But remember, don't phone, it's just for fun.
likes the theater, never comes late. She'd never bother with people she'd hate. She'd never bother with people she'd hate. That's why the lady is a tramp.
About the clip, which was, what kind of a lady was Frank Sinatra describing? And the answer was a tramp, because he's about to sing That's Why the Lady is a Tramp. And that's from the musical Pal Joe, which is out on video this week for £9.99, and well worth buying, I feel, because it co-stars Rita Hayworth. Now, I'm on the bed now with another celebrated redhead, one of the most famous politicians of the entire century. It's the fantastic Barbara Castle. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you, Paula.
You are a redhead, aren't you, really, sort of?
Oh, yes, it's faded with the years, of course, but that's all you can expect, isn't it?
Still a sort of fiery redhead type.
Yeah.
Mm. Now, you've got your memoirs out this week. It's a very weighty tome.
Oh, it's not all that weighty.
You've not really... I mean, are there any stones you've left unturned?
No, I don't think so. No relevant stones, anyhow, you know.
When you see people like... I mean, recently Roy Hattersley described you as one of the most loved politicians there's ever been.
Oh, gosh.
Does that make you laugh? I mean, would he have always said those sort of things about you?
No,
it's
no,
a very
darling.
recent thing that he's now mellowed.
I tell you what it is, you
His
see.
novel
It's because
writing.
I've grown old. And therefore I'm safe. I'm not a risk. I'm not a challenge. I'm not a rival.
When you, I mean, you've always been famous for sort of being very feisty and having lots of fighting talk. And so when you see somebody like John Smith, do you feel disappointed in his performance?
Well, no. I get very cross when people say, oh, look at John Smith, he's not making a mark of the rest of it. I tell you, there is one political rule I've discovered, and that is it's the office that maketh the man or the woman. Margaret Thatcher, when she was just leader of the opposition in the House of Commons, cut no ice at all. She used to be terrified of Jim Callaghan as Prime Minister, and was steady nervous. But when she'd won office, then she could become her own woman, and as we know, she absolutely blossomed in self-confidence. Whether you approved, whether you liked or disliked or approved her policy or not, she became a person, a real personality. Now, John Smith's got to win an election before any of us can judge him.
So having said that, what do you think of the job that John Major's doing at the moment, as he is in the hot seat? Do you think he's blossomed?
Do you know what I do think, Paula? And I don't say this lightly, because of course I have a very long experience in Parliament and in public life. It's the first time I've sensed that a government is disintegrating from within. It's very curious. I watched Harold Macmillan's great regime, you know, you've never had it so good, disintegrate over the Profumo affair, which I played a little bit of a part. But even that doesn't match what we feel now. They don't know where they're going. But this is my answer to you about John Major. I don't think John Major knows which way to turn.
Do you look back at all and ever regret that you weren't Prime Minister? I mean, would you have liked that? Would it have been an ambition?
Well, I think one always enjoys every new challenge in life. And every step in my life has been a new challenge. I mean, when I got into Parliament, that was the absolute apotheosis of my desires. To be a member of Parliament. It's a very exciting feeling, you know, Paula, when sort of, thousands of people vote for you. I vote to put her there to do a job. It's wonderful, you know. It's a lovely, exciting feeling. And, I mean, you're right, you've got a big following, but in politics it's tougher. But you don't just lie on a bed all day, as you see, as you
I don't get voted onto the bed either.
No, I know, love. But it's then, of course, to be walk from the back benches into the cabinet. It's absolutely thrilling.
When you're at home now, what do you do when you're not being busy?
I love spring cleaning. If you've plenty of time, because you see, you turn everything out, and you find things you didn't know you'd got, and you find pockets of dust and things under beds, and you pull them out, you get it all clean, and you might treat yourself to some new curtains here and there. And I love that, because I was Yorkshire reared, and we're great people for bottoming dirt in Yorkshire. You perhaps don't even know what that means.
No, I know about bottoming.
You know about bottoming dirt?
I do,
Yeah.
and I wish that I could bottom my dirt when I get home.
Well, it's lovely there. I mean, I'm really looking forward to a few months spring cleaning and catching up with the neglect of my garden.
It's been very lovely to have you on the bed. Thank you so much for being relatively uncomfortable. We were, weren't we? It was a bit lumpy today.
Am I looking very uncomfortable?
No, you look very soigné.
Because I was frightened to get too comfortable, because I should have fallen asleep. Because last night we were celebrating the launch of my book, and I had a high old time. Probably drank more wine than I should. So if I'd have been any more comfortable on your bed, I would have gone sound asleep.
Thank you so much. This is Channel 4 and you're watching The Big Breakfast.
Little.
No, big.
Little.
Big.
Little.
Big.
Little.
It's the Big Breakfast. Idiot.
I love that jingle. That's my favourite jingle. Big Breakfast here. Now, this weekend, there's a spectacular auction at Collector's Cars at Historic Aircraft at Goodwood House in West Sussex. Real planes, real cars, model cars. And as ever, the Big Breakfast is here, giving you a bit of a taste, a bit of a sneak preview, a bit of an aperitif, a bit of something to moisten your palates and get you a little more interested. All right, I'll get on with it.
Oh, get on with it.
And here to tell us more about these two cars we've brought with us is Robert Brooks, owner of Brooks Collector's Car Auctioneers. Woo! And Robert, you can tell us about these. First of all, tell us about this one.
Okay, this is the Works Healy 3000 rally car from 1962.
Yes.
And Timo Mäkinen, Hopkirk, the Morley twins, all the great drivers drove this car.
Right, this particular one. This isn't
this
like
actual one, yeah.
a look-alike or anything.
No, absolutely not. And it's in super condition, ready to go, historic rallying. Very important car.
But you don't own the cars.
No, we're the auctioneers. They're privately owned, and all we do is sell them first for their owners.
Okay, now when is this due to come off? Is this Saturday or Sunday?
This is going to be on Saturday. The whole weekend is very special. It's the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and they're relaunching motorsport at Goodwood.
Lovely.
So it makes it a very special occasion.
Classic track Goodwood as well.
Yeah.
So how much is this worth then? How much is it going to bring in the auction?
We're estimating 50 to 80,000.
50 to 80,000 pounds for this. Gabby, you've been checking out. Is it all right?
Yeah, as you mentioned, Timo Mäkinen's driven this car, yes.
Yeah, okay. Took away your punchline?
Yes, you did, didn't you?
Well, you've got 15 seconds to tell us about this beast.
Well, that's just the most important post-war British Grand Prix car. It's the Van Wall. Sterling Moss and Tony Brooks drove it. They got within an ace of their own World Championship, but won the World Championship for Van Wall in 1958.
How much?
600 to 800,000.
This particular car, and I can just go like that now. Right, okay. Time for the news now and the weather with our man Pete.
Closing headlines. A man claiming to be the serial killer of 5 homosexuals has been taunting police in London. The caller threatened more killings, and gay bars and clubs are on the alert. Unions are demanding the Tories declare political donations after the row over Azul Nadir's contributions. The TUC's Norman Willis wants payments made public like union funding for Labour. Researchers into John F. Kennedy's assassination nearly 30 years ago want bullet fragments removed from the body of a man who only died this week. John Connolly was wounded in the shooting, and tests could prove several hitmen were responsible. Now the weather, a dry start in the south but wetter later everywhere. Temperatures around 16 centigrade, 61 Fahrenheit. The north has the highest chance of rain. High pollen counts in the south, moderate